Hey, hey, hey. Let's see if we got this running. Hey, everyone, and welcome back. Hey, VIPs. I hope you're doing well. Let me make sure I've got this up and running. Just let me know if you can hear me okay. I had to do some last minute running around. Isn't that my normal drill? Y'all know this by now about me. So I see that I had the image up. I see that we got a few people here. So hey, Kes, and hey, Mary Lou, and hey, Angel. Can y'all hear me? All right, let me know. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Looking and sounding good. Yay, Mary Lou. Thank you. Oh, got to get a swig here. This has been an interesting evening. Oh my gosh, y'all want to hear my day? No. No, we had let's see, my daughter, she got picked for a play, so she had a late pickup, and then she forgot that they had all-state choir rehearsal. They're spacing out and everything, but then she had that, and then simultaneously, right when she was having me picked up from that, we had National Night Out, which is like where your neighborhood has this national, I don't know, I guess it's every neighborhood, but I don't know if every neighborhood participates, but we had that, and there was like an ice cream truck that our HOA had like paid for to go around our neighborhood. And so they had that, and you're supposed to come out and let's say hi to your neighbors. And everybody had like their stuff set out on their lawns. They're like, hey, you know. And and then like within 30 minutes, I had a theater booster club meeting for the high school level, all this new stuff for my oldest. And then getting ready for this. And in my craziness, I was trying to get the live stream link for this done. And I posted it to the Facebook VIP group. I posted it to Patreon, and I completely failed to post it until 30 minutes before on YouTube. And I am so, so sorry. I screwed up. So, whoops, I'm hitting my lighting here. So, anyway, I'm very frustrated at my lack of telling y'all in time. So hopefully all is well. And I can tell like some of y'all obviously may have got this from the Facebook one. So if you're watching me on the Facebook platform or on the Patreon platform, it is an unlisted video, but if you chat in there, I'm not gonna see it. So you have to like click on the video to come into YouTube and of course sign in, and then I can chat with you. So what are you guys up to? It's good to see you on there. You know the drill. Y'all just talk as much as you can and ask me questions. Tell me what's up. What do you want to know? I'm, of course, going to show you all the things. I think I kind of have the rest of the year sort of laid out, which is a little scary. Like, did I really do that? I mean, I don't have all my videos made, but I've kind of planned it. And I've been knitting away on something, even though I should be filming for something else this week. I got so excited because Cheryl Katz had asked me about the Edelweiss stitch. And I want to show y'all this test hat that I'm doing right now. It is so cute. So cute. And it's nice and stretchy, and it has this beautiful little stitch here. And I'm hoping that you can see it. This image is a little delayed, so it's hard to tell if I'm up close enough and if you've got enough light. But I can change the camera. Oh, I just noticed a little mistake. Is that a mistake? Anyway, I have this other little setup here, and I was going to see if I can show that one here in a minute. Oh, you like that? Okay, let's see. I want to put this on. You want to see my little stitch marker? Look, this is my little ladybug. It's adorable. I got it from this lady at the Stitches show. It was so cute. Anyway, I gave it to my daughter. Well, not gave it to her. I said, hey, put this on. She's like, I'm going to be too big for it. I don't think it'll fit me. And I'm like, It looks small, but it's actually not. It's really, really stretchy. It feels really good. I'm using the Chic Sheep yarn, which I know I've kind of overused in the last year or so, but honestly, I have a ton of it, and it really is perfect with a lot of stitches. So anyway, you can see how cute it is. Fits right over my ears. I did about a 2-inch brim, and anyway, super, super comfy and lightweight. Yeah, I kind of like it. You're jealous of my stitch markers. I'm trying to remember the name of the lady. I took a class with Marley Bird, and I was learning actually cables from her, and she mentioned her stitch markers, and the lady was really good about when she makes them, they never get caught on anything. And so the lady happened to be at Stitches, and so I went downstairs and and I bought them. This was like 4 years ago, maybe 5 years. Yeah, 5 years ago. Anyway, that's when I bought them. So anyway, but I have a bunch of them from her, and they were so cute. But I've done a lot of like stitch marker trades and stuff, but I never give up my ladybug. I just think it's adorable. Plus, for my first daughter's birthday, her first birthday, we did it ladybug theme, and so every time I see this, I think of her. And she just walked down the stairs, and she's giving me this glaring look.
It's
yes.
Not a glare.
She's like, why are you bringing me up?
Why is that? I think that's crooked.
Oh, yeah, it is a little crooked. She's like, your picture is crooked. Anyway, I'm sleepy. Look at me. I need some coffee. Oh, hey, Quinnell, I just saw you jumped on. Oh my gosh, we have new people. Hey, Angel is in here. Marie, I mean, not new to me, but new to the thing because I didn't see you earlier. Anyway, yay, I'm glad you're in here. So anyway, this is the Edelweiss stitch. Let me go into this other app here, and I'm going to see if it'll let me, switch. Oh, I have to plug it in. Okay, I'm going to see if I can show you guys, because I've got some things I want to show you. And put my phone on here. Let's see if it'll let me. Okay, use my phone. All right, sorry, I had this issue last time. Nope, don't want that. iPhone. Video capture device. Nope, nope. Let's see if I can add my phone. Video capture device, iPhone. Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna hold things up because this is just taking too long. Sorry. This is my first one in a long time. Hey, Angel. Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome. Okay, I don't even want to bother with it because it's going to take me too long. So anyway, all right. So, oh wait. Now is it asking me? No, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. It's being goober. Okay. This is what happens when there's too much going on in an evening. All right. Okay. So you guys saw that we did this past Saturday. I'm going to jump into things coming up. Okay, let me just unplug this because it's making confusion on my computer here. Not now. Okay. So this past Saturday, this is what we did. So we did this. This is the C to C, corner to corner mock miter square. And so we did this on the knitting loom a few months ago. And you guys, the VIPs, said, hey, can we have it on needles? And I was like, yes, you can. And so here it is. And so we now have this video, the video is out, but you should have received your, if you're level 2 or higher, you should have received your pattern for this. Okay, so then not tomorrow, this week, I have the traditional square for this one, and you can do it whatever color, obviously. But this square is the traditional one, and that's going to come out this Saturday in the pattern for that. And then the week after, so this is all in October, the week after, we're going to do the striped one. Okay, and so this is just like 1-to-1 stripes. And so once you have this down, and I'll have a video for all 3 of these, later on and throughout the year, we're going to supplement more patterns to you, tweaking this so you can make different blanket designs. And so I've taken pictures, and what we're going to do is Joanne is going to help me basically play with them and show them in different formats, and we're going to have patterns for you put out so that you can make different fun patterns with these different squares. And so one of the ones I came up with is this one with the little corner, and you may have seen this from someone before of that little corner, and you can pair it, of course, with this and with solid and kind of turn your corners and everything. But another fun little thing is you can take 4 of them and make a levy. So you could so this is an 8x8, so this would be 16 wide, and then put this one up here, and then have another one. Can we see that? So we'll have this. I don't even know if you can see it. Anyway, you'll have this square. And you can, of course, play with it. You could even do a regular square that you can get an 8x8 out of and do all the stripes to match, and then do a solid at the bottom and do 4 of those to kind of fit in between, and then do one of the solid colors in the middle, and then increase your big middle square all around too, and make like a nice bigger square or even a rectangle and that kind of thing. Just play around with it. So there's that. And then also, sorry, I'm dropping stuff, so hold on. So what I'll do is I'm gonna have a video of this one. I'm gonna show stitching it together. That way you can see how to make the lines all connect well, and so there'll be a video on that. And I already have a video on how to, if you take them and you quarter turn them and turn them side to side, I already have a video on how to stitch them together. It's called a Bickford seam, and I have a link to that in those videos, and it should be in the pattern. Either way, you can go to the video.
What?
You're being silly.
Yeah.
Either way, you can go to the video and click on the link in there so you can see how to connect all of your blanket pieces. And that'll even be in the very beginning one where I do the one I released this past Saturday. Okay, so there's that. So that's the striped one with the solid in the middle. And then we've got the other regular stripes, and then your solid. And then the ones that will come out later will be fun stripes like this one that goes from a nice thick stripe down to a smaller stripe. And you guys can make them bigger. I'm going to make them to go with this size, but if you see it this gradually gets smaller here. You don't have to make it do that. That's just how I worked out my math to design it that way. And then here's another one which I adore. And you can mix and match these two. This one right here. And of course, whatever colors you like. This is using the Chic Sheep yarn, and it has a really fantastic hand to it. It just feels really good. It is 100% merino wool. No, you don't have to use this. You could use Red Heart Super Saver, Pound of Love, whatever you like. This is a medium 4-weight yarn, a worsted weight. I mean, this was not worsted because it's wool, but um, the Chic Sheep falls on the smaller side of the 4. To me, it's just a little bit thinner. It's not a 3, obviously, but it falls on the smaller side rather than like the bigger, heavier side. Yeah, so anyway, I think this one's so cute. The one with the kind of varying stripes. You got this one, and you compare it with that one. Solids. I mean, you could put them all together and do something really funky. I think it'd be a really fantastic, fun baby blanket, like really fun stripes. You can play with that. Maybe if you have twin boys and girls, you could like mix up the colors on both of them so they're like kind of the same but different. You could make something really feminine or masculine with this. Okay, so the other one that I'm excited about is, Hirschner's is having a sale. Okay, Marie is saying that She Sheep is on sale at Hirschner's if anyone's interested. Okay, cool. I think, are they normally $7.99 or $8.99 at, or is it $9.99 at Red Heart? But yeah, I'm curious how much Hirschner's has them for, Marie. That's great. Yeah. They're so cute. Thank you, Jackie. Okay, so here's one. So I was really going stripes crazy. I started doing these and I'm like, well, why can't I have it on the bicolor? So I did. Okay, so I went from this to this. So I went a little crazy. And sorry, my daughter's up there somewhere. What are you doing? Are you in bed yet? Go to bed. Anyway, so it's $4.99. Oh my gosh, that's a good deal. Ooh, I think I may have to place an order. I'm actually starting to run low. I'm down to my yellows, which my son will be like, well, then make me something because that's his favorite color. Anyway, and then I've got something else I want to show you. But anyway, so cute. So I love it. So all of these with the stripes, I don't know if we're calling it a collection, but lack of a better word, the stripes collection, we will have those patterns kind of just throughout the year or through the end of the year. So what's gonna happen moving forward is I may have a video every week, or I might have one week where I don't have a video, but I'm going to have a pattern release. So you'll still get a pattern. I'm trying to take some time where I'm not like just pushing something every week. Thank you for the extra moment of breath y'all gave me, because I took basically 2 weeks off. I mean, 1 week I did that live broadcast with that Harry Styles thing, and then I took 1 extra week to just not do anything. And just kind of took a break. I really needed, honestly, a mental break. I was knitting and stuff, and obviously I was making these samples over that time, but I didn't feel like, I didn't feel a burden. And that was, and thanks in a large part to you guys and our special Zoom ladies that see me every week. You guys, I know that it's not always convenient for you, but if you ever want to join us for a quickie thing, even if you can come in for 30 minutes on Fridays, right after I do my broadcast on Facebook at the 11 o'clock hour, which is 12 o'clock Eastern. Basically, we're there for like an hour and a half in our Zoom group, and it's the same link that we've used before. So if you want to like save it and put it in your calendar as like a recurring event, all I do is I just get on my phone and I click on that link at that time and open up the Zoom account. And if you get in there before me, it'll just put you in this waiting room area, and then I just let you in. So anyway, thank you. Jackie says you deserve a break. Yeah, I needed a break. I mean, I was like, kind of felt, I was having a little bit of a panic attack about all the things. So anyway, the other thing I did is I got really excited about this stitch called the feather stitch, and I think I showed you guys last time. Anyway, someone had asked me about the feather stitch, so I did one. And I did this whole thing. I did a bigger piece, a wider piece that didn't get as long. And this one, I haven't finished like seaming the ends because I'm not sure if I like how I put it together. But this one, this is just, I used most of the ball of a uh, cake from, it's not a Karen cake. It's the big, what's it, Pop, Bernat Pop. Oh my gosh, Bernat Pop. Anyway, so, oh, I should move my laptop. So it's the Bernat Pop, and I just basically made a cowl. I kind of want to wash this though because it's like still stiff. But anyway, you can see the stitch. It's really, really pretty. It's really thick. So if you want something, like if you've been wanting something crocheted that has a really good thickness to it for winter, this is really good. It eats yarn like crazy. So it's really good to use. Like if you have a worsted weight yarn that you have a lot of that was gifted to you, you can totally make it like thicker. It's just one strand, but you have to pull it through, like you get 7 loops on there and then pull one stitch through all 7. And so anyway, really fun. Jackie says pretty colors, love the stitch too. Great. So I really got inspired with that stitch, and we'll write up a pattern on this just so you can kind of see what I did. And then I think I just slip stitched, closed it, and then that was it. So yeah, it's just a real simple close, and then I just got to weave in the tails. But I'm gonna probably undo that and do it again to make sure I remember that I did exactly that. And then the other thing that I did is this fun basket, and it's gotten a little wonky-do because I put things in it that I shouldn't have, but I still have to take pictures. But this basket I made, and it's so decorative and pretty. I originally wanted to make a market bag that was also like a pretty basket to set on the table, but it's really just become like a fun basket to have anyway. And my daughter says she wants to put like her paints in here to make it look prettier than just sitting out. I may end up just giving it to her for Christmas because I told her, no, don't put your paints in here. I got all snobby on her, kind of like threw her off the scent. But anyway, it's t-shirt yarn, so I mean it's washable and it can get messed up, or you could put some starch in here and try and stiffen it up. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this bag. It is two skeins. I can't tell you how many yards it is, but it's 2 skeins of this We Are Knitters fabric yarn. It's cotton 100-gram ball, and so I have 2 of them. And so I'll make one of these. I'll make these on a video, and we'll write up the pattern. I'm not as comfortable writing crochet patterns. And so there are a little bit more, well, because I put the feather stitch on here, I've got to figure out how to write that because it's in the round. It's a little different. So this one may take me a little bit longer to write up, but these are kind of on the radar. I just wanted you to know what's coming. And this one I used a Furls N hook. I forget what millimeter that is. It might be an 8 millimeter, but it's an N hook from Furls. So look up the Furls hooks because their millimeters are different than everybody else's. Some of them are different, some are the same. But also I used the crab stitch on this one, which looks like a single crochet stitch that kind of works backwards. And so I'm going to do a video on just the feather stitch and then just the crab stitch because I think you might be able to enjoy making projects on your own from that. And that's what that cowl will lend to, because that'll go with learning the feather stitch, and then this one will have the crab stitch. But I do have those stitches already demoed on my Facebook page. So tell me if you guys follow me on there. Tell me if you like this format, because I've been kind of sort of previewing things that I've been working on Facebook, and then writing up stuff and putting them later like more polished on YouTube. And I hope that you kind of like that, because kind of a sneak peek, but then you still get something, you get to see it sort of in action. Let me know if you like that. What else? The hat. Pretty cools, love this. Blah, blah, blah. Pretty colors, love the stitch too. My phone keeps freezing up, Kes says. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. I think I have my video resolution down lower, so it shouldn't be, it should be giving y'all what we call low latency. You should be able to write pretty fast, and I can see you pretty fast on there. Good. Okay, you like that. Love it. Works for me. Okay, good. Okay. So this one, okay, so Cheryl, yes, Cheryl Katz, she had asked me about the Edelweiss stitch. This is another one I did talk about this online. I'm trying to find my sample. Okay, here it is. Shoot. Okay, so this is the Edelweiss stitch that I did. Hang on, my computer is being funny. Okay, so this is the stitch for Edelweiss that she asked me about, and it's worked back and forth in a flat panel, and then I think her channel is so woolly, and there's not many people who've done it, but she did it like that, and then she converted it in the round, but I wasn't really happy with how she did it in the round because it wasn't a true conversion, and if someone was trying to take that and use it on the loom, it doesn't quite convert, but I think I got it all figured out. I know I do. And then I started doing it in the round, and you can tell me what you think, but it is a different color, so it might throw you off a little bit, but this is it in the round on this little hat here. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make this on the loom. So I'm gonna show on the loom the Edelweiss flat and in the round. So hold on, Kes, I'm answering your question, I promise. Let me show you. I'm just putting these up because I got too many projects here. Hold on. Well, I don't have too many projects. I just have too many bags. Okay, this is my other little yarn bag here. Oh, I threw everything in here, so hold on. Oh, all right. Oh no, I got caught on some yarn. Okay. All right, hold on. I wasn't prepared. I went and grabbed this and I forgot that I had to I needed to fish it out. Okay. Was that efficient? To quote my favorite movie, George McFly. Woo, Pop. Time to try and change that oil. Oh, I'm a dork. Okay. Oh, y'all. Anyway, all right, look. This is it. This is the Edelweiss on the loom. Dun, 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 dun. So this is obviously a very large gauge. Very large compared, but I was trying to do it quick. And actually, it works really well. Like, really well on the loom. Super well on the loom. So, yay. So, anyway, I'm not sure if I'm too far away. Here, let me see. Hopefully, it will let you see it. Is it too dark? Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. This might be even better. All right. So, yay. Y'all like it? It's super cute. So I can see this in a lot of applications. It has a nice bounce or stretch to it. Okay. The reverse is really pretty. Let me turn it around for you. I think the reverse is pretty, in my opinion. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. And of course, it is a larger scale. So what I decided to do is one of these, now I have to count it again. One of these has the right number. What am I, what accent is that? Anyway, I've got to figure out which one I want to do and how many stitches. I did 88 stitches on this one, but I want to make this hat. So this is the reverse on this one. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. I just love it. And it's like nice and stretchy. Like this. So really this one's just, it's totally reversible. And then let me turn it back inside out, right side out, whatever. And this is what it looks like on the right side. I mean, it looks great either way. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to finish it off at the top. I was actually thinking that I might like to leave it as a nice big slouchy hat, but this is not slouchy because honestly, this is just more form-fitting. Honestly, I'm happy with the 88 because it fits me so well. I want to see how far I get with this skein because I do love, don't you love patterns that take one ball, like one hat, one ball, right? Like we want projects like that. One ball, I take my tool on my trip and I can do the whole thing with one ball, right? So I would love to be able to get that out of this. So I'm kind of afraid to like start it over and do it with more stitches to make it slouchier. What I may do is just make multiple sizes. And this is like more of a kid size. But my kid, I mean, she's like 5'8" already. She's 12. And she put this on and it looks so cute, but it's not slouchy. I mean, I can make it like long and it'll just have a baggy top, but it's not technically like a slouchy hat. So anyway, I'm still playing with it. So I need a lot more time with this one. I still am going to do, I know I keep saying it, I'm still going to do that brioche hat that we talked about, but I've just gotten so excited about some other things right now. And I know that Tute did a bicolor, two-color like brioche hat the other day, and people are really excited about it. And I kind of like that threw the steam out of me. It took the wind out of my sails. I was like, I guess I've been talking about this for so long that now other people are going to do it. So, which is fine, you know, but it's not how I intended to do it. I was going to do it with the rotating double knit loom. So it'll still be around. I'm still going to do mine, but anyway, I do want to perfect this because I'm also going to do it on this loom here. So, anywho, what else was I going to say? So that's a whole lot of stuff. So that's going to take, okay, yeah, I love projects, one ball, one loom. Yay, yes, yep. Everybody, you wish you could do on the knitting needles. Honestly, for this one, you're going to love doing it on the loom, I think. I need to do it the smaller gauge, this stitch on the smaller gauge, but when I did this one, the only thing you have to know is you got to make sure that every other row, which is knit, you need to make sure, oh wow, there's a lot of lag right now. Hopefully it's catching me right. Anyway, you got to make sure that every other row that's all knits is not tight. It has to be loose. So if you do a U-wrap knit, you need to make sure and use my technique that is to help it be loose, which is what I used when we did the sweater. So I will obviously go back over that and make sure that you know how to do that. I'm probably going to do a video of what the Edelweiss stitch is to do it flat panel and also one in the round. And then the hat will just be a bonus pattern like, hey, look at this video to show how to do it in the round. Or look at this video, like if we do a scarf, look at this video to show how to do it in a flat panel. That's probably what I'm going to do for those. But as far as the gauge goes, we'll have to see how that really looks once I get it done. I just got so excited that I could do this. I was like, I just want to jump in and start knitting this on needles and check out a hat in it, because I was like, I have to see this worked in the round. I got just so excited. So I've been kind of like, obviously, I've been doing a lot of projects at the same time. This is how my brain works. So it's been kind of a lightning round around here. You think I took a break, but what happens is I start recharging and then I just jump into the next thing, and I'm like lightning in a bottle when it comes to certain things, and then I gotta stop and write it all down. So I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, which I've done in the past, and I say I'm gonna do this and then I don't. So anyway, so I need to stop and take like a water break. Y'all type out, do you have a question for me? Kes says she's tried to needle knit and it never works out. You know, don't beat yourself up. It may not be for you. It may be for you later. You know, maybe it's just the wrong project. I had to just stick with really simple projects for a long time, you know, and get used to it. But I also was trying to do other things at the same time. So it's not like I was like just concentrating on that. So it's just something that sometimes, like, once it clicks with you, it's just go, go, go. But don't beat yourself up. You know, it's not like you have to do it, right? And I'm trying to convert everything I can to loom. So there's no way I would expect everybody to do all the things. Although that's fun, you know, it's not necessary. So anyway, Quinnell says, I'm so new. I recently learned how to knit and loom knit, so I'm still learning basics. I crochet, but just started to knit, and I love it, but still very new. It's awesome. I mean, we are all in different places. So, yeah. So you do all three. That's amazing, though. Yeah, just starting to knit and love it. Yeah, and like some things are just more easy than others. They're easier than others. Some are just a lot of fun because they whip up really fast. Some of them, they whip up really fast, but they're kind of plain, you know. So those things are fun when you're experimenting with like different colors. So if you're feeling like down on the fact that you can only do basic things, like try a new color changing yarn to kind of see how it works up. Test out a new stitch pattern. Even just the patterns that are just knits and purls. There are so many different ones that are just knits and purls, and learning how to change back and forth between them, or learning how to remember like a 2 or 3 or 4 row repeat. Keeping up with that is a good challenge. So Angel says, I bought the circular needles and trying to knit again, but haven't picked them up yet. I love my looms. Yeah, and I got to tell you, like, the flexi looms were a game changer for me. Honestly, I mean, it's like picking up these circular needles. Like, these are so fun. I can just throw this into my project bag, with a ball in a little bag like this. Like, I love this little bag right here. Like, oh, I just dropped my project. So this little bag I got at one of these knitting stores, and it has a short handle and a longer handle. Okay, it's actually reversible. It has like all these signs, and on the other side it says like Route 66. Anyway, what you do is you put the long handle through the short handle and go like this, and then you put it on your wrist, and then your project comes out this opening right here, and then you can do this like while you're in line. And I've wanted to use this with my looms. I hadn't been able to use it with my looms, honestly, unless I'm using like a little tiny, like a spool loom or like a sock loom. But even at that, the sock loom is like banging around, and I don't want to hurt anything. And so I can now use this with this. So when I'm not using it, it goes right inside and it fits and is like having my own little purse, and it's so nice. Seriously, because I can also throw in my little notions bag that I have. It's just got 2 zipper pouches, and then I could put my keys in here or credit card or something or money, and then throw that in there and go, say, like to a game. Well, right now we can't do games, but like, just, or go in the car on a short run or something. Like, I don't have to have like all the big things. I just love having this flexi loom. It's like, seriously, it's a game changer. I gotta find my knitting because it just fell on the floor. Hold on. Fishing for knitting. I know I shouldn't do it like that, but I did. Sue me. So, I hope I can read your comments. Jackie says, I try and switch back and forth. Oh my gosh. I'm not tired. Why am I yawning? Okay, I'm like totally glaring myself here. Okay. Glaring myself. I try and switch back and forth, crochet, knit, loom knit. Now I'm trying to doing quilting and embroidery. Oh, wow. Quinnell says that's what she's doing. She loves her looms. Odd cricket crochet, Jackie. Jody also says she switches between knit, loom knit, and crochet. A disaster starts when I have projects going on when my carpal tunnel acts up. I know. Oh my gosh, girl. So I'll stop and I'm like popping my thumbs and my fingers, and then I'm like rubbing my hands, and I'm doing this and all the things, and ice it up, and then like give me something else to work on. I'll work a different muscle group right now. So it does help to have those different projects, because honestly, I have just shown y'all all 3. I've got the crochet, I've got the knitting on the needles, I've got the loom. So yeah, definitely. And tennis elbow is no joke either, because I used to have only just the carpal tunnel that would bug me, and then I got tennis elbow, and it'll go, oh my gosh, it goes all the way up. And when I get that though, I'm just like, I have to like kind of be like, okay, I'm dead. I gotta like keep my shoulder and my arm like at my side, and anyway. Angel says I like it. Baggy. Jackie, I called you baggy. So Jackie says, cute bag. I love bags. Y'all, I know I love bags. Jody says, I have a bag similar to that. I love it for small projects. Cass says, I love the bag. Flexi loom is the best. Why am I yawning? Getting my fourth flexi loom? Oh, you're ahead of me. I only have 2 of each. I mean, I technically have 4. But I only have 2 of each gauge. Not quite as good with the sewing thing after. I can't carry it on as oh yeah, I know, sewing in me. Yeah, no, I want to be better, and then I run out of patience, because then you have to press, and that means you have to have an iron, and I don't do that. As Homie the Clown used to say in Living Color, Homie, don't play that. Oh my gosh, y'all remember Homie the Clown? Did anybody watch that show? He was like the most attitude clown. Homie, don't play that. Anyway, Quinnell says about the flexi loom, so many things I'm trying to learn is overwhelming. Crochet, knit, needles, loom. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for sure. Angel says, I don't know, but it's contagious. Kristen, am I making anyone yawn out there? Jackie says, me too. Iron, that's like swatch. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. I detested when someone would tell me that I have to swatch. Yeah, when I was learning knitting, and everybody's like, you're supposed to swatch. And I'm like, no. And now sometimes I'm like, I find myself just swatching things. Sounds funny. I'm just swatching. Sometimes it feels like I'm always watching you. It always feels like somebody's watching you. I gotta shoehorn that one. Oh my gosh. Only knitters understand. Yeah, everybody dancing. Do, 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 do. Oh gosh. Anyway. Yeah, I did not like to do swatches, but now I just do. And now I know because I've had so many samples where I'm like, I gotta see how this yarn performs. Um, when I was beginning, I'd always want to jump in and just start knitting. And I'm like, I don't care. Don't tell me. Don't tell me I can't use that yarn. I don't care. And then I do it and I'm like, I make the whole thing and I gut it out. I'm like, why did I use that yarn? And I'm like, I should have listened, but I just wanted to get it done, you know? So anyway, this is so cute. I mean, all I do is do this. And then you can see how this one's nice and stretchy too. I mean, it's so cute. Watch this. Oh, the other thing I was going to tell you about, speaking of stretchy, so the other things that I want to have that's going to take us to the end of the year, crochet. So I'm going to have full crochet videos on doing 1x1 ribbing, 2x2 ribbing, and garter stitch. So those are things in crochet that look like knitting, and I'm going to do a video on those. I don't know if I'm going to have a project for those. I might just do like a headband or something like that. But I think it's important to add those into my my crochet beginner series. I think it would be a nice thing to supplement on. And then so that'll take us up to December with content like for every week. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big break in December. But while I'm doing that, I'm actually when I say big break, I won't be uploading videos, but I'm actually going to be actively making a brand new how to knit beginner series starting at ground zero, just like I did for for crochet and how I did for loom knitting. Now, I have a series, Kess, you might like it, from 2012, and you may have actually seen that one, but I have a beginner how-to series, which is like 5 basic lessons that I did. But now that I've had more time to kind of figure out how I like to kind of format these sort of online classes, if you will, now I have more time. I really want to start at ground zero and do that again. So that way in January, going into the new year, we can have a whole class of them. So the people who really have my loom knitters or new needle knitters, they can come into it at ground zero and learn things from the very, very beginning. And so if you've been struggling on it, Kess, this will be a great test for you. So yeah, we'll be able to do that, and I'll have basic tutorials to go along that with basic projects, and then we'll work our way up to more intermediate things. And then next year, I'm thinking we're going to spend a lot of time on stitch patterns because I'd really like to do like, you know, how the stitch a day people do and everything, but it would be in my style, not copying them necessarily or anything, and we would have projects based upon those things, but I really want to get a good library of those stitches. And I feel like now, since I have the basic series of crochet and the basic series of loom knitting, and then I'll start the new year with how to knit basic series, then we can really go into all those other things because I'll have foundational videos that everyone can refer to. So that's really where my heart is on that. Definitely want to get that done. Also, Joanne is going to be making the new book with the new loom knitting gauges of all the looms that have come out. We want to add in all the Cindy Woods that are out. We want to add in the Flexi looms and all that. So that's in that reference guide that has all the looms. So we're going to be working on that. Yeah, so those are the things, and we'll see about maybe getting you guys some special deal on that. Let me go and look. Have I seen the new swatch looms on Cindy Wood? Yes, I have. And actually, I need to go live. I meant to do it this past week, and I'm going to do it probably going to do it on my broadcast this coming Friday. But I want to talk a little bit about Cindy Wood. They have, I'll tell y'all about it if you didn't see it. If you don't subscribe to the newsletter, Cindy Wood has small looms with all the different gauges, I think are most gauges. And so you can make a small swatch and test out your yarn in that gauge and see, or like test out that stitch pattern or whatever. Obviously, it can't be a longer stitch pattern than the loom will provide, but it gives you a good way to test stuff. I think it's great. I think Kelly has something like that with Kiss Looms. But the other big announcement, I thought it was a big announcement, is Cindy Wood. Oh, by the way, they have a keychain for Christmas. It's a cute miniature weaving loom. So cute. Well, I called it a keychain. It's not a keychain. It's an ornament. So if you want a really cute little ornament for Christmas, that's a good one. Also, the big announcement I thought that they had is the fact that they are selling a limited number, but they are selling knitting board. So they have a very small selection of plastic knitting board looms, just plastic only, in one in the chunky gauge, the ones like these. So one in the chunky gauge and one in the smaller skinny gauge. Basically, it's 3/8 and 5/8. And then I believe they have both gauges of the flexi looms. That's it. So just, I believe, 4 looms that are on there. And I think that's really big because, one, I think it would help supplement. They're going to be a distributor. They don't make, obviously, full price. But it's great for their company. They're acknowledging, hey, we don't have this product line, but we can partner with another company that does. And also, like, if you were also wanting to get another Cindy Wood, you can order both at the same time. So you can order, say you're wanting to get a big X loom, and then you also want to get a flexi loom to have on the side or whatever. Maybe you like a bunch of their 3/8 looms because you can't get that anywhere. There's small extra fine gauge looms, but then you also want the flexi loom. Go for it. So I thought that was a good big announcement. I was reading your mind. Cornell, yay! Jackie says, sounds great. I'm trying to keep encouraging my crafters to go through your basic series. Some just won't watch a video, rather I help them. What? Some just won't watch a video, they'd rather I help them. Oh, yeah. Definitely, for sure. I think this series is really good for people who, of course, watch me, and then you're like, okay, this is not discipleship 101 here, but basically you're learning something and then you're teaching someone else. It's like you're teaching another person how to fish so they can do it. So if I teach you something, please pass off that information to them, whether you give them my link or you just regurgitate what I said. Whatever it is, you help somebody. So yay. So I'm really excited about that. That's great. I really, really, really hope that the first 2 lessons that have a whole bunch of those big questions, I do hope that people pass those on to people, because like when you're teaching people how to learn stuff, and say they're like, hey, you want to learn how to knit? What do you want to learn how to knit? I want to make a sweater. Great. Well, let me show you some basic stitches just to kind of get you started. Don't worry about making a sweater just yet. And then as you go, more questions will arrive, and you're gonna want to know what those are. You don't really know what you need to know until later, but when you get to that point and you start itching for questions, here's some videos and give them the first 1.0 and 1.1 of the video lessons for the Loom Knit series, because I think that'd be a great starting point for people. Plus, there are people that still consider themselves beginners but don't even know some of those basic things. Like they've only ever made hats or scarves and given them for donation, but kind of want to start stepping into new things. And so you might go, hey, there's a great series that maybe these are questions you've asked yourself, but you didn't know how to ask anyone. So it's a good one to put on almost like a podcast. I kind of tried to see about if someone was just to play the series in the background while they're knitting something else. you know, like where you're kind of mindlessly knitting something else, but you're listening to somebody actively, like me in church, working on finishing all these. I was in the background. I was fine. Anyway, I share you on my Loom group. Oh, thank you, Angel. Jackie says, "Yep, you're right. They said encourage ones who are beginners or can't afford theirs yet." Yeah, yeah. For Sunday Wood, the KB looms are going to be on there too, including the Flexi looms. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Quinnell says I do that all the time. Thank you so much, Quinnell. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really excited about having a beginner series for the needle knit community as well. It's really been going well for the quarantine. I'm so excited to see all the new knitters and crocheters and loom knitters that have come up. Gotten so many comments on the videos, and so if you guys see those people who are new and they happen to, you know, pop up on there, like, just say something to them, encourage them. If you ever see them on one of my videos and you just happen to be on there and be like, you can do it, you know, if you ever see that, I would just love that. That would be so encouraging to them, because I was looking the other day. I can't see like who individually is looking at my videos, but sometimes I go into the back end and I go look at the demographics. And used to, my demographics were much older crowd, you know, like my age and above, and you know, like 60s to 80s as well. And I still get that. Um, and then I was getting more of like 35s to 45s and stuff, which is really my age group. And then I've noticed more and more. I started getting more and more like the 20s, and now I'm starting to get like late teens and early 20s. And I'm like, yes, because you know what that means? It means that they're learning and they're going to pass it on to the next generation, right? That's so encouraging. So that gets me excited. You know, I'm not striving to be the popular person here. I'm not. I am striving to help people stitch those things that they want to love on with other people, and also help their hearts too, because I know so many young people are going through so many emotions right now. I mean, we are, but we have more coping mechanisms, right? And these kids who are just growing up with only technology, it's like they really need to get their hands in projects. And so I think it's really helping. So anyway, that's so exciting. It really is. Um, I'm just reading Jackie's comment. Yes, it's always what I dread, asking the beginner what they want to learn. 9 times out of 10, they want to make a huge project. Yeah, facepalm. Totally. It totally is. That's exactly every time. They're like, I want to make a sweater, or I want to make a cardigan, or, you know, I want to make socks, you know, like right from the beginning. I'm like, you can make tube socks really easy. But, oh yeah, angels, 100%. Quinnell, my daughter-in-law, is case in point. I directed her to your YouTube videos to learn how to knit. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Yeah, for sure. These young kids, they need some stuff. They need some. They need that. Oh, what happened? That's weird. One of the messages popped out. Uh, Jackie says, I keep hoping one of my children will pick up at least one of my crafts. I know. Me too. My kids too. So my oldest one, she had started to do some crochet, and she proudly has one of them on her wall, because she did it like a wall hanging thing. And then she had done, oh my gosh, the kids knitting class at West 7th Wool, and really loved it. And then even my youngest, he wanted to do some knitting, and he started doing it. He was really excited, but kind of fizzled out. And I haven't like really pushed them, because it's become more of a, that's mommy's job. And I think they think that I'm going to overwork them and make them be like worker bees, and they have to do stuff. And I don't want them to feel, I don't want to pull the passion out of it. If they want to do it and come back to it, later on, I will be super excited. Of course, I would love if someone was just blazing away with me and be like, Mom, keep up. That would be so fun. Um, it is a little disappointing that they're not doing that right now, but we also have our hands in a lot of other things that they like. So, anyway, um, let's see. What did Kes say? I don't know why it says. Oh yeah, Kes says my teenage daughter loves to knit hats for the homeless. I don't know why it blocked your comment for a second. That was weird. Yeah, that's great that she does that. That's so wonderful. Quinnell says yes, she has anxiety and wants to learn to relax. I told her knitting definitely is a step in the right direction. Absolutely. My middle daughter has anxiety, and I've really, really tried to get her to do that, but her ADHD, she has not wanted to do it. But I know other people who have ADHD, and knitting absolutely helps them. So it's not a solve for everybody, but I think it's going to be one of those things she comes back to later. Because whenever she does pick it up and do some of the things, she ends up like really being happy that she did it. And later on she'll go, I helped make that. I'm like, well, you did like a row of stitches, but whatever. I'm sure later on she'll come back to it though. And they'll be like, oh wait, Mom has videos on that. She's no longer here, but at least she has her videos. I'm just hoping that they keep the channel up and alive if something was to happen to me. I do think about that though. I'm sorry, I'm just rattling on and on, but it's not like anybody's in here to talk. Talk over me. No, I do think about that. Like, I'm like, what if something did happen to me, and what would happen to the channel? It's like, would hopefully my daughter be old enough to want to take it over, or one of my other kids. My husband would not. He'd probably like keep it going, or I probably would like turn it over to Joanne and be like, Joanne, do you want this channel? I hate that because I would love for it to keep going. I would love to like pass it on. So we'll see. Maybe I'll mentor somebody at some point, but I do think about that because with COVID, and the pandemic and everything, you do think about how the world is changing right now, and you just never know. I'm not going to live my life in fear, but I do think about those things. So, anyway, just looking at y'all's comments. Hold on. Yeah, it's getting late. Angel, yeah, I was just about to sign off. Same here, getting late. Have a great evening, everyone. Love you. Love you too. I'm glad you guys joined me. It's 10 o'clock, so I am going to sign out. Kes, I'm so glad it's helped you with anxiety too. Well, good night, Angel. I hope you have a good evening. And for anybody who has joined us later on, be sure and type in the chat and let me know what you think tonight. Kind of chat along with us if you want. It was really great to see you. Be sure and click on the live comments so you can see what everyone was saying, because it should keep them. So anyway, thank you, Jackie. Love your community. Our community, it's all of us together. So it's great to see y'all. You have a great week, and we'll see you soon again. Hope you join me on our next Zoom meeting. Bye, y'all.